With the Israelis going into Gaza, what can they do? I mean, they can't. Can they really identify who are Hamas and who aren't? It will be a very difficult situation for them. Will they occupy the territory for an extensive period? What do you expect them to do?
Well, I think if anybody can do this, it's the Israeli Defense Force. They are the world experts on dealing with terrorism, dealing with Islamic Jihad and Hamas and Hezbollah. So if anybody can do it, it's them. They have to do it. So we've been talking about the sanctity and security and safety of Australia. They are also a sovereign country, and they have a responsibility to their citizens to ensure that this does not happen again, that terrorists do not behead their babies, that terrorists do not slaughter innocent women and children and teenagers at an outdoor concert, and all of the nasty, grossly disgusting, anti-human things that these terrorists have done. And so they don't have a choice. They have to go in there. They have said to the citizens of Gaza City, go south. Now, they've been doing that for about 4 days. Now, it's only about, I think the entire length of Gaza is about, I think, 70 miles. It could be less. But in any case, it's not far. You could walk it. So, you know, I would imagine that Israel will go into Gaza City, and if you're left in Gaza City after everything that has happened, after all of the warnings, you're more than likely a combatant, and you will be dealt with as such, and quite rightly so. I mean, you can't blame Israel for defending themselves. They have to do it. It is their responsibility to do it. They cannot be held responsible, if you're a leader in Israel, for this happening again. What are you going to say to Australia's citizens when their babies' heads get cut off again? Oh, sorry, we didn't deal with that last time. No. So they've got to go in and do what they've got to do. They have given a lot of warning, as we've said, a lot of warning. And there's not much more you can do about it. You know, war isn't pretty, so you should be prepared for it.
Well, it's a terrible situation, isn't it? And the Israelis are quite remarkable in the way in which they have consistently maintained their position against enormous opposition. There was a time when every country surrounding them was an enemy. I think Egypt is now neutral, and perhaps Jordan to an extent. But even then, they still have so many enemies. It is so difficult.